students, welcome back to the class. In the previous class, we discussed about the Bhakti movement in North India. Today, we are going to start growth of regional languages. The propagators of the Bhakti Sufi movements spread their ideas through their vernacular languages. This was to enable the common people to understand them. This resulted in the growth of the regional languages. Many languages such as Punjabi, Kannada, Telugu, Oriya, Assamese, Bengali, Sindhi and Malayalam evolved in this period. In almost all parts of the country, Persian was the core language of the medieval period. Many Persian words can be found in many regional languages. Out of the relationship between Persian and Hindi, a new language Urdu came into being. Okay students, let's discuss about Urdu language. The word Urdu means camp. The language which was spoken by the army men of different languages was Urdu. Its words are taken from Persian, Turkish and Hindi languages. Urdu is the most important example of the cultural synthesis of India during the medieval period. Urdu was spoken in the Deccan. It was strongly influenced by the languages such as Telugu and Marathi. Gradually, Urdu became the most popular spoken language of the towns. Okay, next, let's see about Malayalam language. In the western coast of India, merchants used Arabic. Soon it began to influence the regional languages of that area. The influence of the Arabic language, a new mixed dialect Arabi Malayalam evolved in the Kerala. Okay, next, let's see the Sanskrit language. People also used Sanskrit during the Middle Ages. Sanskrit was used in the court of Vijayanagara on festive occasions. Sanskrit prevailed as the language of the higher education. The popular literature of Sanskrit such as the Puranas, Ramayana and the Mahabharata were available in the regional languages. Okay students, let's talk about Persian language. The Persian literature influenced some poets and writers of this period. The most notable Persian writer of the period was Amir Khusro. His love towards India and the pride of being an Indian is clearly shown through the content of his works. During this period, a large number of Indian works were translated into Persian language. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Atharva Veda, Upanishad, etc. belongs to this category. The historic chronicle of Kalhana, Rajatarangini was translated into Persian during the reign of the Kashmir king Zain-ul-Abdin. Okay, next let's discuss about Hindi language. Hindi received tremendous inspiration during the medieval period. Ramananda and Kabir delivered their moral advice in Hindi. The Dohas of Kabir were the finest example of Hindi literature. The Sursagar of Surdas, the Ramacharithamanas of Tulsidas, the Bhajans of Mirabai and Padmavati of Malik Muhammad J.C. enriched Hindi language. Okay students, let's discuss about growth of music in medieval period. First, Amir Khusro. Amir Khusro was a great poet and musician. He played musical instrument and was a singer too. He gave shape to Sama. Sama is the special Sufi custom of playing musical instruments and singing songs. This is the custom of praising God by chanting a prayer just before and after the Qawwali. Okay students, let's see about Carnatic music. During the medieval period, music was enriched with different forms. Considerable progress was attained by the Carnatic music. Carnatic music was the musical style of South India. The famous Carnatic musician of the period was Naik Gopal. Okay, next, let's see about Hindustani music. A large number of musicians migrated from Deccan to North India during the medieval period. During the same period, a new music style evolved in North India due to the influence of Persian music. It came to be known as the Hindustani music. Amir Khusro, who lived in the Sultanate period, was one of the famous Hindustani musicians of the Sultanate period. Okay, next, let's see about the growth of music in India. Amir Khusro received training in different aspects of Indian music from the Carnatic musician Naik Gopal. The medieval rulers were patrons of this category of music. New forms of music emerged during this period. The techniques of Persia were experimented in Indian music. The singing styles such as Khayal and Tumri got popularity. Many musical instruments like sitar, sarangi, tabla, etc. also became popular. Through the Sufi saints, that Khayal and Ghazal became widespread in India. The musical works of Sanskrit were translated into Persian during this period. The work on music, Raga Darpan, was translated into Persian during the regime of Firoz Tughlaq. Emperor Akbar was a great lover of music. Abdul Fazl states that 36 musicians were patronized by Akbar. The most famous among them was Tansen. Tansen contributed the Darbar Raga, which enriches Hindustani music. The word Sangeeta Ratnagaram, authored by Sarkadevan of the 13th century, was an important contribution of medieval India to music. The Carnatic music of South India was influenced by the Persian and Arabic music during the Vijayanagara rule. Let's review about today's topic. Today we discussed about growth of regional languages and music in the medieval period. Hope you all understood about today's topic. Thank you.